Hi everyone, welcome to MIFF Webinar 2.0, designed for the COVID era, redefining new normal and consumer behavior. My name is Celine and I'll be your host for today. Before we start, I would like to mention some housekeeping rules for this webinar. All microphone and video of attendees have been muted. And if you have any questions to ask our speakers, do list them down at the Q&A box. We will have a Q&A session after all speakers have presented. If there's any internet disruption during the webinar, please be patient and try to sign in again. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over the floor to Ms. Karen for her welcome remarks. Ms. Karen, the floor is yours.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to MIFF Webinar 2.0. Today's webinar is part of the activities of MIFF Furniture Design Competitions. Over 300 participants have registered for today's sessions, and we are honored to have 3 local design experts with us today. So Dr. Eric Leong, the Chief Judge of MIFF FDC competition. He is also a celebrity design guru. Mr. Kwek King Leong, the furniture entrepreneur and a designer himself. Lastly, Po Chang. Po Chang is the past winner of MIFF FDC competition. So they will share with us their observations about the influence of the pandemic towards design and what design will look like for the future. Before we start the presentations, let me share with you some updates about MIFF. Due to the current situations, MIFF is now rescheduled to 8 to 11 March next year. While facing the new reality, we continue to look at innovative ways to support the industry with new digital tools. Okay, I need to share my screen. Okay. MIFF digital showrooms were launched in March. It helps our exhibitor to stay connected with the market during the absence of physical events. And in April, we have launched our webinar series with the objective to keep our industry up to date with the latest development. The first webinar was held on 28 April, focusing on the change of global furniture landscape. And after today's design webinar, our third webinar on 23rd of June will talk about how digital solutions can help you reopen your business. Dr. Eric will once again share with us his thoughts and suggestions. He will conduct the webinar in English and Mandarin so that it can benefit more participants. MIFF e-newsletter, exclusive e-newsletter, aims to help exhibitors to reach out to potential buyers through MIFF's extensive and highly targeted database. One of the latest digital solutions of MIFF is our virtual exhibitions, MIFF Furniverse, which will go live in July this year. This platform will allow sellers and buyers meet virtually to conduct business negotiations. We will soon announce more details on this virtual exhibition. So if you are interested to find out more about our digital solutions, feel free to send us email or contact our salespersons. Since 11 years ago, MIFF started to organize furniture design competitions, FDC. Our objective is to cultivate design talents for furniture industry, at the same time to provide a platform for our local talents to shine. Kids Wonderland is the competition team for MIFF FDC 2020. We have concluded the judging of MIFF FDC 2020 since January. Because of COVID-19, the winner's announcement has been delayed. We take this opportunity to announce the results today, and I believe our participants can't wait to find out who are the winners. So we will review the winners after today's presentations. We will continue to organize FDC. So today's topics is very related to the design theme for the next competition. So designers, pay attention to the speakers. We will announce the design team for MIFF FDC 2021 at the end of the day. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening. I shall now invite Dr. Eric to take over the stage to start today's sessions. Dr. Eric, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, hi everybody. I hope everybody keeping well. Yeah, this is a difficult time, and also like everyone forced to stay at home. But I believe some of you guys already start your work already, and also some of you guys already almost prepare yourself to back to the college or university already. Welcome again to this our MIFF FDC 2020 webinar. I think this has become another new normal for most of us. I think for the past few years, we so used to attend this seminar organized by this MIFF team for the furniture design competition. And today, we are able to meet more people because we have participants from all over the world. So far, as what from my record, we have from 9 countries. So welcome everybody once again to this webinar. And today we have invited 2 very important, I would say, important forces behind Malaysia furniture design scene speaker. First one, I would like to introduce is Mr. Bo Cheng. Okay, Mr. Bo Cheng, just as Karen mentioned, actually Bo Cheng is one of our MIFF FDC product. Bo, we call him Bo lah. Okay, Bo is a very important force, one of the young forces behind this Malaysia furniture design scene. He always emphasizes on this original design. He very particular about the detailing of the design. Later on, he will show us a lot of data. This is a very important data for a lot of young designer to know. To my surprise as well, because some of the data, it really reflect whatever the market trend is now in Malaysia. Yeah. And the second speaker, Mr. Quay. Everybody put your hand together, Mr. Quay. Yeah, Mr. Quay. Mr. Quay, actually is an entrepreneur in this furniture industry since 1999, about 21 years ago. In 2016, he actually rebranded his this business to a younger and modern one. Johan and Joanne are this design. So he himself is a designer as well, and also a businessman. So later on, he will share with us what is happening in our this furniture design industry, and also as a manufacturer. So his points of view. All right, so without further ado, I just can't wait to hear their sharing. So I will pass the floor to Bo. Bo, over to you.
Hi. Good morning and good day, everybody. So today we'll be talking about design for COVID era. So let's start. Firstly, let me just have a quick introduction of myself. So my paperworks company is mainly focused on interior design. Then Basicology will be fully on furniture designs, collections, R&D, and the lifestyles. So other than that, we are also initiating this Millennials at Design. We call it MAD. It is also a movement, showcase and debut of professional Malaysians original design. And this movement is incubated by MIFF. So let's get started. So it's undeniable facts that we know how bad our economy hits by the crisis. But here's a very fun fact on our economy I will share with you, especially for furniture industry. So I did a Google worldwide search trend on furniture. So if you look at the timeline, at the beginning of our lockdown, the worldwide lockdown, the search rate people looking for furniture is at 52 out of 100. And at the end of May, look at the search rate, it becomes 100. So it's a very clear increase of 50% of people is looking for furniture even before the lockdown. So I did another further details is the interest by regions. So here I will highlight some of the countries amongst our audience. So the top will be Australia, New Zealand, and United States. The next one, Nepal in South Africa, number 6. And Singapore, a small Singapore, got it to top 9. And I believe this is also why IKEA also having a lot of crowds during the lockdown in Singapore. And let's look at what's next. Malaysia, not too bad. We are at 14, and the Philippines after 15th. And we have all small ones will be Thailand, Indonesia, Taiwan, Russia, and Japan. So here's the fun facts. The demand actually is higher than before our lockdown or the MCO, but our business is going down. So I think definitely there are still a lot of other factors that will affect the business here. So let's come back to our designs for COVID era topics. The economy is very bad, and who cares about design? And here comes my topic, design for COVID era, who cares? So firstly, we got to see and think, how do people look at the crisis? We got to fuel ourselves with enough data and information. So this is a research and report from scientists that we still do not know about the post-recovery for the next 5 years. And look at this, to avoid this, prolonged and intermittent social distancing may be necessary into 2022 or possibly as late as 2024. So with these informations and factor, we got to go to our second stage, and this is how we can look at the crisis. So based on the research and the facts, all those reports, and this is our definitions of using timeline as a design approach guidance for us to proceed with our design activities. And we will divide this timeline into 3 terms. The first one will be short term, which is recent. We were having the pandemic. And I will categorize as midterm as the prolonged intermittent social distancing. And it is the transitions into the new normal, so which is happening right now. And the next one will be a long term, 2022 until 2025 or onwards for our post-recovery. And the timeline won't stop here. The timeline won't stop. So are you ready? Let's look at the first term, the short term. So in order for us to do design approach, we got to understand how do people feel at this stage. People feel panic. People are emotionally, physically, mentally unstable. But some people choose to ignore. But I would rather say ignorance, because they don't know actually what is happening. And for global recession, we will say it's a global depression. And here's a very interesting interview chat with my friend Chris, who is a lighting designer based in Greece. So I try to collect data from different regions and different corners of the world. So what he said is, design for this new reality is not something we have to think now, because people want to escape. Precaution is what we need. So he's telling the reality of the short term. And what design we do is to provide design solutions. What are the keys we can cater on the left-hand side of how does people feel right now? So hygiene, safety, design for the security, the necessary, and last but not least, most importantly, is we design for the awareness. Awareness is the keys. And let's look at a very good examples I will share with you. On the picture on the right-hand side is actually a mall in Thailand. They're extending the buttons of the lift on the floor. Why? Because they want to avoid the contact. They're looking at the hygiene. And this is a very good example on how we can drive the key design solutions by making a good design like this. We name it Drop Kit. This is designed by Forward. So these design solutions already cater for all our key solutions, and they create the awareness. So after the short terms, which is now, so this part is quite important, which is now we are having through and going through the midterm. So First of all, we ask ourselves, how do people feel during this time? Do we start to realize of what is happening? And we want to adapt. And people are getting more and more stable. We know what's happening and we want to be stable. We are starting to look for comfort because we want to perform. And the second interesting interview I did with my friends, she is Anne, she is a Malaysian, but she is the lead interior designer at a well-known interior design firm called Kelly Hoppins, based in UK. She has more than 20 years experience in this industry. So for the past 10 years, she said, people tend to neglect in design thinking. Why? Because people are looking for mass productions. People busy earning money, and unconsciously, people are trying to copy the design from each other. And this COVID era is slowing things down. Then people have time to rethink, reflect, because we are ready for the new change, because we will be having new brief, new challenge, new testing, and of course, we will be having a lot of new designs. So this is what she said. So here come back to us. What are the key solutions? What I will say is the flexibility, innovations. Here I highlight the regulations because there is none of in the law that say we need to do social distancing. And nobody is pointing you a gun that you must wear masks. So this is the new regulations we will be going through. And definitely we'll design with our technology to increase our efficiency. So most importantly is we design for the trust. We want people to trust with our design solutions. Then we can overcome their worry on the left side. Here I will share you a very interesting examples that Search Ferrari, this is not the car company. Search Ferrari is the world leading flexible composite materials based in France. So they developed this fabric technology using silver that can eliminate coronavirus by up to 99.5%. And they are not going for money. Look how she said it. They hope to contribute because this is a new need arising from this pandemic. I think they demonstrate a very, very good design solution by using technologies to give people trust to their products. So last but not least, our last term. But before we go into last term, let's ask ourselves, why do we need to design for long term? Let's look at this. Forest loss could make diseases like COVID-19 more likely according to studies. And this is it. Because deforestation could lead to a rise of occurrence diseases like COVID-19. Things might happen again. And the chances of transmissions of zoonotics means animals to human diseases will increase. And we all believe and thought that all these diseases, not only COVID-19, but our SARS previously, all have originated from animals. So deforestation is the key. And here I will give you a bridge. Malaysia is one of the top countries that doing furniture export, especially in wood furniture. So can we relate to this? I believe not only Malaysia, but the worldwide, we could relate to these facts. And now let's look at back to the long term. So we also go back to the reasons and the why. How do people feel in long term? We feel worried because of the resurgence. Things might happen again. So people will want prevention. We want to find cure based on our experience before. And here is what we can do to provide our key solutions. We need to reflect from time to time to create design with impact. And definitely at the same time, we respect to the nature. And we design with why. Why do we design this? In the long run, we got to think. Okay, let's just go into a very direct examples of what impacts after human behavior. Let's look at our Malacca River. So this is before MCO. I would describe our river is like a teh tarik. It's our milk tea. But what if after the lockdown, the MCO, the river becomes clean, and I would say and describe it as a limau ice. It's a lime juice. Okay, but without the straw. No straw, all right, everybody? So you can see how impactful of human behavior by turning a teh tarik into a limau ice. It's magic. So here I will share you what we can do now and what we are, Basicology, are doing now to cater in the long-term run. This is what we all can take action now, and we fight against the illegal timber productions by only purchasing certified wood by FSC. And we only use sustainable wood, which means replaceables and fast growing. Okay, so this will be our projects. Basicology projects, this one is named Project Oil Palm Ply. We name it OPT. So this is a collaboration with the Fiber and Biocomposite Development Center, FIDEC, under Malaysian Timber Industry Board, MTIB. So FIDEC has developed this to convert the oil palm into our plywood. So we from the design companies, design research company, so we play with it. We play with the company. We play with the material. And this is what we have created. So we test on our prototype. We create furniture prototypes that could test on the sustainability of OPT, the durability of the material, and also how can we go green with this material. So I think it's a very good initiative from FIDEX and MTIB to start this kind of, to raise the awareness of the importance of the R&D, and we to input with the design values and carry these materials commercial. So I'll be sharing one more. So this one, the last point that we can apply now is reuse, recycle, and repurpose waste wood. So this is our Basicology collaborations with Harif Green Carpenter under the Professional Designer Program, PDP. In this edition 4, in this 4th editions, we are repurposing all this pine wood, waste pine wood, into something new. Let's see what we came out with. So the wood, you look at the picture here, it's 100%. It's 100% from the waste wood we created, and we repurpose into our pattern design. And this is currently under productions, and we will launch this design for export market very soon. So do we tell the world about what we are doing with just this design? Yes, we are telling the world with our design. And it is a very good example that how we demonstrate how we can repurpose the use of wood, even though it's a waste wood. Okay, that's it for all the 3 terms. So I will do a quick recap on all the 3 terms. So in short terms, we were having the pandemic. Mid-term is the new normal now. Then the long term will be post-recovery, and this one won't stop. But what if we are holding the keys for design for awareness, design for the trust, design for the why? We can sort of control the timeline within our ability to create design. What if we have the control? You can create anything new, whatever new design, without any judgment. This is the time everybody is at the same starting line. So we can do whatever we want and get innovative with our technologies. All right, thank you. So I will be end my sessions and sharings with a fun fact. So I think everybody is very curious about the trend. Let's look at examples on, let's take office example. Back in 10 years, people are working in a cubicle, very close and close. But after 5 years, people are starting to open up the open concept. People are looking for connections. But what's now? Look at this. This is the latest office proposal by Bazi Space. They start to create a lot of panelings to actually close up the space. So what's next? I think this I will leave a suspense here. But whether is it open, close, or become semi-open, but I think as long as we hold to the keys for awareness, key designs through the trust and also these key design solutions, we will be able to control and we will be able to perform more flexible in terms of cater what's the trend next. All right, so thank you so much. If you love my content, please follow our page, Facebook page @Vesicologies.my and like it. And you can click sign up on our website and we will share you all our latest information on our new design, new collections, new updates, and of course the content of our sharing today. Okay, last but not least, just now we have mentioned on the Millennials at Design MAD. So these are the services that we are providing. We are providing exhibition space at MAD for not only Malaysian designers. If you are solo designers or you are startup or you are having an established design companies that working on own designs, that you are always welcome to approach us. MAD design team also provide mentorship and access to international market through MIFF platforms. And we provide furniture design services and collaborations with manufacturers, with designers, retailers, distributors. And of course, we are looking into your existing product development as well, your product presentations and consultations. And the most importantly will be this part, the design marketing tools enhancement service. If you are interested to know more, you can always email us at maddesignteam@miff.com.my, or you can personally email me to boqiang_lim89@hotmail.com. Or you wish to speak to me, you can follow my Instagram @bodesignco. Okay, I will be happy to talk to you and share with you on what we are doing currently. So coming to the last part, if you wish to study more on the articles that we shared just now, you can screenshot this one. And a special credit to my friends, Dr. Tubi, Miss Polly, on the content input. And last one, design for COVID era, we care. So thank you. That's it will be my sharings.
All right, thank you both for the very insightful sharing session because I think the data is important for a lot of designers, especially the industrial designer. Okay, now yes, both say a very important point here. COVID-19, right, been actually hold the whole world full stop, you know. So now let's do some interactive. Okay, I'm going to throw a question for the poll. So during this MCO period, right, as a designer, have you thought about how to use a design to improve our life in the COVID era? Meaning like now we are living this era. Have you ever given a thought, yes or no? Okay, so we will wait for this result in the just very short moment, because I think this is a very important period, because just like what Bo say, Bo's friend actually have more time to think. I think everybody got more time to think, even our parents. And also when we are stay at home, we always look at our surrounding, so then we found a lot of issue. Okay, the result already out. Yes, I think 86% of this audience say yes, they already give a thought on that. And the 14% say no. I believe the 14% probably busy doing your assignment, I hope. Okay, now let's proceed to the next speaker, our Mr. Clapp. Okay, very, very young entrepreneur, because I say young because like he has a very young mind for his business, because I find that when I first saw his brand in this 2016, I quickly go and shake his hand and say congratulations, because this is coming from a 20-year experienced person to come out such a young brand and young mind, because he himself is a designer, at the same time also a businessman, so and also a manufacturer. So I think he must have a lot of things can be shared, like which is at the level that we as a designer we never think of one. All right, so let's pass the stage to our Mr. Clapp. Over to you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer, Informal Markets and MIFF, for giving me a chance to share in this webinar today. And also, thanks to Bo, what a wonderful sharing. And it's such a privilege to me to be here today with Dr. Eric Leong and also Bo. Okay, before I start sharing, I like to apologize to everyone because I don't really speak well in English, but I will try my very best. Okay, so during the lockdown or MCO, how you guys feel? And let me share with you. Actually, I feel very good, and it inspired me a lot. Okay, so at the beginning 2 weeks, what I do at home, so it's like a lot of people's doing. I learned cooking, but after 2 weeks, it's just like getting boring. Then what I do, every day I just stay at home, so I sit down and think, and I strongly feel the home atmosphere is so important because normally I spend a lot of daytime in the office, right, and might be coming back late. So after come back, then maybe after dinner, then I will stay at my bedroom. So during the MCO, I spend a lot of time, even outdoor, indoor, living room, kitchen, my dining room. So I just think, what can I do is for this new normal? How to create, how to design something more comfortable and stylish for the new normal. Okay, so I will share with you one of the idea that I had. Okay, during the MCO or lockdown period, I was craving to hang out at a cafe. So I think to bring the cafe concept to our home, it might be an idea. So I call it home cafe concept. And of course, the existing cafe furniture might not be suitable for home cafe in terms of size, usability, or the outlook. Okay, so I would encourage the designers to create something new for home cafe, so that we all can have a new idea for the new normal. Okay, so look at the pictures. Then it can be at the corner, or it can be outdoor. So this is the atmosphere that I think that I'm looking to, and I think this is something new for our new normal. And beside that, of course, during the lockdown, I will go out to buy some groceries, or I will go to the bank if necessary. But again, every time when I go to the shop, so when I see the long queue, and especially when the weather is so hot, so when I look at the queue, normally I would turn back. And I think 9 out of 10 times when I see there's a long queue, it might take to queue for half an hour or 1 hour. So I would just turn back. So when I come back home, I would just think, this is a new normal for sure. And as a designer, what can I design to make this new normal more comfortable and stylish? Look, this is queue and waiting area. So from the picture, we know that is normal. And of course, with the social distance currently. Then look at the new normal, which is from the queue that inspired me to design a stand whereby the people who are queuing, they can either lean on it or they can sit on it for a while. At the same time, the weather is so hot. So I'm just thinking, it can be a mist fan or it can be a small fan on it. So to make it cooler. All right. And of course, we will say, because everyone will touch the surface. So the material used is very important. And I tried to search online, the Netherlands company, AkzoNobel, they are trying to develop a new powder coating, which is to avoid these bacterial or microbes. All right, so I think very soon in the market, all these coating companies, they will have new material for the hygiene. Or like Bo mentioned just now, such Ferrari, they have designed the new material of fabric. So I think this is a very good sign. So we will look into it on the material wise. Okay, so beside queue and waiting area, so what else? One of the idea that I'm thinking of, I'll share with you guys. Okay, to me, about 2 months, all right? So I'm thinking, work from home and home office. Then I think work from home is definitely different from home office because I'm not going to bring my office furniture, office chair, and or cabinet and put it in my house. I don't want to have such kind of atmosphere when I'm at home, then still like I'm in the office. So I try to search online again. So what can we do when we want to create something different, a different atmosphere for work from home, which is new normal? All right, then I saw there are some beds, and it's not only a bed, no longer a bed. So you can see there's a working table attached on the bed. Okay, then again, I have an idea pop up because when I at home, when I work from home, I don't have a home office. Then I will do my work on my dining table at my dining room. Then when dining time, you can imagine. So it's full of papers or devices. Then I have to clean it up. So it's quite tiring. It's quite tiring. Then I think, shall I design a dining and working table? All right, this is where the idea comes from. So I can do it on the same table. All right, and I have a drawer to keep all my documents or papers or stationaries. Then I can put my device on top of it. So when it's dining time, so I don't need to clean up. All right, so I just move over to the other side. Then I can enjoy my dining. Okay, so I think this is one of the product that I think is definitely workable for new normal, and especially for a small space. So it's also space saving. Okay, then next. Okay, back to business. I'm a manufacturer and designer, and I do export. So a lot of people will ask, so does this COVID-19 pandemic really affected me? And thank God, we are good because we had been focusing on online business for about 10 years. So since 10 years back, the products that we design, we are focusing on online or e-commerce. In terms of the size of the product, the packaging, and the material use. And luckily, all these products that attract our buyers which 80% of my buyers, my clients, they are online business players. So during this period, actually their business is growing. All right. So it's definitely I can see for the midterm or long term, which is mentioned by Bo just now, the online business is definitely growing. Since then, I'm also looking in the possibilities to cross over with the designers, because I believe every designer, they have their own characteristic, they have their own style. So all the designers, you're welcome to explore the possibilities with us. All right, so we can create something together. And of course, when we talk about redefine the furniture for the new normal era, so definitely it's something new. Just like just now, working and dining table is something new, and is there a market, right? So I think we create the opportunities, but when it's new, how are we going to share the ideas? And how are we going to advertise? So this is definitely the marketing part that we, Johan and Joanne, we look into, and we like to have more feedbacks or ideas from all of you. Okay, last but not least, I always remind myself, don't wait for the need to supply the demand. Supply and influence people to the needs. So this is what I would like to share with you guys today, and thank you for everyone's time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kwek. Hey, you're really a good businessman, huh? Because I like the idea you don't wait for the needs, and you create the demand. And also, I like the idea also, like you were saying, like, you know, during my the MCO, I also same thing. I also really coming for the coffee. So I never think of, like, you know, to build a in-house cafe for myself. So it's a good idea actually. Then
Yeah,
people
thank
start
you.
to buy online already. Okay, now since we're talking about the product design, like Mr. Kwek saying one, right? So I want to do another poll here. Do you agree that a good product design actually can sell better? Okay, yes or no? So send your result in. So while waiting for the result, so Mr. Kwek, I believe just now you were saying, right, 10 years you already actually are running the online business, right? So during this period, is it like something like Bo's research like that, more inquiry during MCO period?
Yes, it's very true.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
very true.
So that means like the data show that this is a very important period. Like people also shop online. Yeah. Okay, we got the result already. So yes, 96% of all the audience say yes, they agree good product design can sell better. Only 4% not agree. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Kwek, for your sharing. So
Thank you, Dr. Eric.
Thank you, thank you. So now it's my turn. Okay. So now let's see my slide. Okay. This is a totally live, so there is a bit of like probably a bit lag or a bit of these are what we call that the slow delay, because I think in Malaysia, if you in Malaysia now, Kuala Lumpur is a heavy rain, very heavy rain. Okay, now I got to take over. Okay, my topic today, basically, right, the bigger topic is a design for COVID era. So like Bo already shared, you know, what is these design aspect, like who cares, you know, actually we as a designer, we all care about that. And Mr. Kwek share about, like, you know, during this period, what we can do, you know, as a manufacturer and also as a designer, as a business, what we can do. So for me, today I will cover the topic of the new normal. What is the new normal? Because it seems to be everybody talk about new normal, but not many people actually fully understand what is a new normal. And like how to create business and design opportunity for this new normal. Because for me, I find that we should call ourselves not only designer, should be a design entrepreneur. Why I say so? Because like a design entrepreneur, right, you are able to make full use of all the opportunity to make it, to create a business opportunity for us as a designer to earn income. I always tell my students, if they say you are a designer or you are the artist, right, you always enjoy doing what you are doing, but your thing cannot sell, right, you will end up as a poor designer or poor artist. You must able to make well while you are still living, okay? Don't like some of the famous artists are die already, then they only become famous. Then the next generation become rich. They are very poor. Okay, so let's talk about the first new normal. First, I believe because due to this unprecedented pandemic, everybody are encouraged to stay home. So this has become a new normal because until today, this morning, the latest news from CNN is saying like the vaccine actually is available in US already, but it's not really proven it's good, but they are now under manufacturing. So hopefully it can cure, but it's not guaranteed yet. But it seems like from the experts saying this pandemic, right, or this COVID-19, right, is going to be an annual event like that. So it's every winter they are coming back. We are not sure about that. So stay at home become a first new normal, right? Then the next one, work from home, also become a new normal already. If they say, I believe some of you guys already back to your workforce already, your office already, especially in the Asia side, because in the Western side, they are still under this MCO or they are under the lockdown. So work from home is one of the new normal. So work from home, just now like Mr. Kwek share one. So does our existing furniture suitable for us to work from home? I believe a lot of you guys using your dining table to use it as your working table as well. So then whenever the dining time, either you will sit on the sofa or you sit on the floor or you are using the same place. So you need to tidy up this and that. That's why Mr. Kwek come out a very nice design. I think that one I will buy if they say already sell in the market. Yeah. So this is a second new normal. The third one will be everybody online. No physical meeting, this and that. So on the IT side, on the software side, this is a good opportunity as well. But of course, you see, this COVID-19, right, it actually gives us time to rethink. You see, I just can't imagine that previously all the business traveler, right, they fly all over the world and have meeting actually can be done via online. And it can help the company to save so much cost. But previously was saying, no, we cannot do it. But you see, during this lockdown period, right, everybody online. Even you see from the screen, right, you got online class, you got online gathering, birthday celebration, you got webinar, like what we're doing now. You got all kind of activity can even go online. And like yesterday, I saw the news, first in Malaysia, right, online wedding happening in Johor Bahru, in JB, you see. So all kind of things can be happening online. So this is another new normal. So of course, during this COVID-19, everybody agreed that everybody become I would say they call it social media star, okay? Especially these TikTok. TikTok actually during this COVID-19 time lockdown, right? The business increased 700 times. Can you imagine that? So it's like 700%. It's not 700 times, it's 700%. So you can see, like, social media. These are what we call that the apps. It become online social media, online apps, or online media, right? It become one of the new normal as well. So you can see our life actually is moving towards the other direction already. Okay, and the other new normal, everybody also know, mask. Okay, even though just how like both say, there is no law saying like you don't wear mask, but you will get fined or you will get locked up. But everybody know that this is so important, right? I believe. I don't know whether this is a blessing or this is a curse or what, because this COVID-19 is happening in the east side, the Asia side. So we experience first. So then the time when we wear masks, right, Western country, they will look and say, oh, why you wear masks, this and that. And when this pandemic spread out to the Western country, they also start realizing mask is very important. So this one also create a lot of like business opportunity and also design opportunity. Later on, I will share more about like all these new normal, how we can create, okay? And the other new normal, I believe everybody also agree, nothing physical, okay? More on virtual, even though physical, right? Like for example, you look at the picture on the right-hand side on the screen, right? It's actually the frontliner, the family, the mom is miss her like so much, right? Want to hug, but only can cut through the plastic sheet. The other one is last month May issue of the Vogue Portuguese, the Portugal. They have this a very nice cover, kissing via this mask. So and nowadays is a new normal already. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, new challenge, yeah. It bring out a lot of new design opportunity and at the same time build out a lot of business opportunity as well. So I urge all the designer, right? Please make full use of this pandemic. Don't just blame to whoever is it. Why this COVID-19 is is happening now. But instead of that, we take this as a challenge and look at that. What caused the inconveniences for you? What kind of problem your family member or your friend face during this COVID-19 lockdown period, the MCO period? Rethink about that, because over in Malaysia, we are going to, I believe the MCO is going to be lifted up very soon. So rethink about that and like see whether it can become a design opportunity for you or not. Then after that, sell your design. Yeah, this is also just a hint, very related to our MIFF Furniture Design Competition 2021's theme. Yeah, so this is a very important message for you guys. Later, I will share more about this. Okay, now look, take a look at the new normal. How we can make full use of this one. The few new normal I have mentioned to become a design opportunity. First one, social distancing. So I believe everybody, like previously when we start just saying like social distancing at the time, right? People are still confused, what is this, what is this, right? So confusing whether 1.5 meter or 2 meter. All right, so this according to this study saying, like, if they say you are indoor, try to have 2 meter apart, because the virus can be spread in the very close distance. If you're outdoor, minimum is at 1.5 meter. But some country, they are also consider 1 meter is good enough, right? So what we can do, right? You can see this is in New York City. Yeah, we know that most of the Westerner, they love sunshine, like because summertime they can enjoy the sun. But over in tropical country, like people like us in Malaysia, right, we have sunshine almost the whole year long, so we don't really feel it. But for them, summertime is a wonderful time to showcase their body and to enjoy the sunlight. So what happened is like the city council, right, they make a social distancing like car park like that, car park lot like that, so everybody can enjoy the sun, but within the social distancing. Of course, inside the circle, right, is within the same family. So same family, you still can together. It's just like our MCO rules like that. One car can be 4 person, but must be the same family, right? So can reduce this, what we call that, the chances of getting these viruses. So next, social distancing. This is a very, very innovative design. I like it very much. This design actually, you can see who designed that, and also the source of these, what we call that, the website where I get all the information from. This is designed by a UK design studio. All right, you can see here, right, because when we go out, right, we show like sometimes too happy or too excited, we forgot about social distancing. So this is designer who make this is fabric. So this fabric cut out all this social distancing, so everybody sit on the place and enjoy the outdoor. So this is, I think, is a good idea. So this one, it can be reused, it can be like keep it and use again. Right. Next one. This is a very fun, what we call that, the picture from China. Because China, because they are the first country who actually experienced this COVID-19, and they already reopened, even though they are school. So the government also and also the teacher also really scared. So how to do the social distancing among the kids. So they encourage the kids to do this. This is actually a hat from the Ming Dynasty. Because Ming Dynasty, right, the king don't want their minister, right, among them during their something like the parliament meeting like that. They don't want them to like gossiping or talk to each other. So they designed this social distancing hat with a 1 meter long of head tail, so that then they can like prevent them to talk to each other very closely. So I think, you see, inspired from the past. So this is a good idea. So probably you can design something like that. I don't know. Okay, next one, Burger King. Burger King also come out a very good social distancing free gift. Okay, this is they are using this what we call it, the paper, to actually have what we call it, the prototype of this hat. Of course, same thing, inspired by this cultural as well. This is a Mexican hat. So I find that this is so creative So and also like very easy, very light. It's not too heavy for you to carry around. Okay, next one. Yeah, this picture is actually is from Bangkok. It's from Thailand. So DIY. The taxi driver want to protect themselves because they are the frontliner. So they also afraid, like, you know, if they say they get this virus and go back to the home and like spread to this family member. So they DIY using the piping and also the plastic sheet, which is a book cover plastic sheet, to cover themselves, to protect themselves. I think it haven't been commercialized. This is a good idea as well for the designer or manufacturer to see whether you are able to come up something like this, easy solution, easy installation, not too expensive. So this is actually a good opportunity, design and also business opportunity. Okay, next picture. Yes, our very own AirAsia. So whenever you're on board, you see them not wearing their typical uniform, very nice uniform. I always love to see their uniform. And like now it's fully covered up, so don't worry. Yes, you are safe. Everybody are safe on board. So this, I like this, the new uniform, even though it's PPE, which is a protection for every individual. But again, he got the design element in. This is designed by a Filipino designer, right? Okay, next one. Airline been really bad hit by this COVID-19. I believe, like, if you really read the news, so many airlines actually filed for bankruptcy. I feel sad because I love to travel around, but during this almost 3 months, I got no choice to already lock down at home. But at the same time, you look at the designer and the design team or the architect, they come up all kind of solution. I like this idea. This idea is two way. One is on picture on your left, right, is actually an alternate one. So it just like, you know, at least you sit from different direction. The other one, it just have a cover from top. So just like, you know, prevent each other. Even you wouldn't feel like you are so close up, but maybe do not have some privacy because it's transparent, but it serves the purpose. Important the purpose, the problem is solved. So let's look at another airline. This one, I like it because you see, if they say you are not from the same family, you see, look at the picture from the left. Okay, the center part, you can actually, the whole thing is movable. Yeah, this team is very clever. You call design the factory design. So center part, you can cover up. If they say from the same family, you are travel together, then you can move that one to the first seat. So that means that you can sit together because you are the same family. Yeah. So you can see all this, and it's transparent, it's movable. So I think it will be solve the problem as well. But guys, bear in mind, if they say you are looking forward for the cheap air ticket to be offered, right? I doubt this will be the good time. Because why? Because due to this social distancing, right? The airline couldn't sell very cheap air ticket because the quantity of the ticket is actually reducing. So that means more people need to pay for. I mean, like less people can be occupied the airplane, so that everybody need to pay for more. The other one, this one I like it. They call it butterfly design. So this design team, the whole thing is a zigzagging like that. Then after that, right, this one, if they say if you go to this design boom, right, you can see them. They got animation. So at night they can turn out to the bed, and it can become a two-seater during this daytime traveling. So I find that this is another good idea for the airline. So you can see here the seat actually is reducing. So air ticket price expected to be high a little bit. Yeah. Okay, now this is a social distancing how we can create. The next one, work from home. And also at the same time, I want to cover the office as well. Okay, work from home, right? WFH, the new hashtag, new social term, distancing term as well. Okay, so this one, okay, just how Mr. Quay already mentioned, so I won't touch too much on this one. So work from home is a new normal, but as Mr. Quay said, the furniture, the setup, the scene, the usage of the these new furniture you are going to buy is a very important factor. But today I want to talk about more to the office, what you can do, okay, for the office, because like I believe not everyone's office, right, can afford to have social distancing, meaning like not very big spaces. Like how you can imagine, right, 2 meters apart when you sit to work, right, 2 meters apart. I believe like some of the small office you cannot afford to have that. That's why a lot of like company, they divide their workforce into 2 teams or 3 teams. But is this can solve the problem or not? The other 2 teams probably need to work from home, but it's not a long-term solution. So now let's take a look at like what is a possible thing we can do. So now this one is from one of the architect firm, right? So he actually rethink about the social distancing, rethink about the office layout and so on. So previously we work from the golden ratio, right? Then we know the human, this, how we call it, the ergonomic, this and that. But now we need to consider social distancing as well, because this is the new normal part of our new life already. And like all the ventilation, we need to think about that. At the same time, the traffic flow of your this office also need to think about that. You want to turn into the one-way street, or you want to put the furniture or the plant in between as a divider for the this traffic to divert the traffic. And even you need to think about, because I like this architect firm, they even need to think about the transportation, how people to get to work, because like taking a public transport, probably you can spread out the viruses as well. So like bicycle is one of the solution. If they say your office is near, it's too far, I think KL side you cannot bicycle, it's very dangerous. Even like working hour and so on. So this also like is like a lot of like the factor we need to think about. This is a solution for the social distancing. I think it's a very good idea for manufacturer to think about this, because instead of like you have a 3 team or 4 team, right, and like in between of the seat you need to be empty up the space. I think you can create like now is that everybody can have their own office already lah. So this designer Muhammad M. Ranwan, so design this one very thoughtful. They call it office pot like that lah. So this office pot, right, not only got office equipment inside. If you look at the top view, right, it has a ventilation as well. Then you have the sanitizing this what we call it, the feature as well. So I think it's a very good idea. It's mobile. It's just like I feel bad to compare this one. It feel like a mobile toilet like that. Previously we saw mobile toilet. This is mobile office pot. It's a good idea. You see, now the trend, actually you can look at this market trend already change a little bit. Change like from what? Remember before COVID-19, from the traditional office change to the share office space, and now change to the individual office space. So individual office space is more to this pot like a share office space, the phone booth like that. So imagine like, now the trend is like keep changing because of the market needs are different. So designers, I want you guys to give a thought on this feature. All right, now the third, this new normal is a face mask. So I believe before this what we call it the MCO, right? Everybody look at face mask like, oh, I wouldn't buy this one. Then during MCO period, everybody panic, cannot get the mask, okay? Then when they cannot get the mask, right, all kind of idea coming out. So yes, become part of the accessory now. This is me, yeah. All right. First, people talk about using organic or all kind of like the kind of idea coming out Of course, this is just for fun. This picture, this photographer, they come out this campaign, very fun campaign, because the people are panicking, so he just make fun of that. Just make a disclaimer here, this kind of mask couldn't help you to prevent from the COVID-19. Just for fun. This is the organic one using veggie or whatever the residue from the dish, your food. Yeah, and the next one, this is more fun. Use whatever recycle. A lot of plastic, right? Now you can use it, but don't do it at home. It's dangerous. Okay, especially the first picture using the mineral, what we call it, the bottle one. So it just let everybody know that is a lot of room for you to think creatively. And I like this one, very nice. Okay, the designer, right, actually inspired by during the 70s, those astronaut like that. That is a very, like, you know, from the movie of 70s movie. So this one, I find it is very fun, but I wonder like how they breathe, because from the picture, I don't see any, like, you know, breathing area. But again, it let us to think about, you know, how important is like the daily needs. Okay, of course, brand are taking this opportunity. Adidas come out this, okay, at the same time doing these are what we call it, these are community service as well, to helping as these are one of the charity work as well to selling this one. I think I was going to get this one once already in Malaysia. So stylish, is not too like over the top, so it's a very good product design. Okay, then the next one is going to talk about protection, because everybody scared about this. I also, because you know, during this MCO period, I never go out from the house, not even go for this grocery shopping, everything online, because I scared about protection. You don't know, is it coming or not, this and that, you know, that they cannot see this enemy. So protection, a lot of designer, even the jewelry designer, accessory designer, they come up all kind of protection to protect ourselves from the touching the surfaces. And just now, we also see both show some sample on this, that handle. Handle is the best opportunity for the designer to design, because this is an everyday item you need to touch. If you don't touch the handle, I don't know how you go out from your house, how you go into the room. So handle is a big opportunity, big market for you to design. You think about how to win out contacting this handle. And remember, must be easy to install, not too expensive, right? Traffic light, just now Bo also show you a traffic light. So this is my version of traffic light to show you. I think this one not suitable for those girls who wearing skirt. Like imagine you wearing tight skirt like that, so everything is like it's not going to work. But this one is just a showcase to show you it's a possible solution when people don't want to touch it. And the other one, I believe everybody have this already. Even in our our campus, also we have this one, social distancing inside the lift. So the lift, everybody, I believe during the MCO period, if you look at this social media, a lot of people got all kind of idea using toothpick, using the key, using the key change, some using their hand, the other part of their fingers, you know, then to ready or use it to press the door, what we call it, the floor button. But this is another one, is actually is the same one in the Thailand. So they already come out this one as a solution, right? So you can see all kind of like possible solution for that. So this is very nice. It's a hotel design by this architect firm. Okay, the Menzel practice. He rethink about the future hotel. This future hotel, right, you can see here, right, the traffic for the floor, they are turning from two-way make to one-way. And also every room, right, they come out a small little park, portion like balcony like that, to become their personal gym like that. So they can do exercise, yoga, even they can do the cycling there, indoor cycling, not those cycling. And this is, I like this idea, using the apps, even to open the lift for the hotel. You don't need to use your button, your finger, even your leg, using these apps to open the lift door. And also these apps is authorized to you, like instead of using your card, the access card, even the check-in time as well, even the checkout time as well. So I think this is a brilliant idea. All right, next one, this is the architect firm as well to talk about the entire city planning as well, entire town planning as well. I think in the near future, right, if the smart city, right, they will be advising through the apps to tell you what is the peak hour, what is the non-peak hour for you to travel around the town. It's just like, you know, during this festive season, the highway always will tell you, advise you what time is good time for you to travel. So this is the new normal. We need to adjust ourselves for our daily life. Okay, dining experience. I believe most of you guys already see this one. So in order to survive in the business, so there is no choice. A lot of these restaurants, right, they try to actually using this divider to divide have a social distancing among their friends, which is not in the same family one. And I like this one, Steamboat in Bangkok. So they already implement this one. It's very rough design, but the idea is there. DIY again, using the pipe and also the plastic sheet. So again, it can be commercialized, I believe. Okay, this one, I think you have seen it many, these design websites show this one. I find that this Christopher really did a good job on that, but it's a bit bulky. But this one, I like the way they're thinking because it's not only a divider, but it's also a lighting feature inside using the LED lights. So this is a very good idea as well. All right, last but not least, I want to share with you this in Amsterdam. All right, social distancing. I like this one. I think it's a couple, but yeah, it's inside this small greenhouse like that. So it's a very nice, very romantic, but again, serve the purpose. Yeah? But hopefully it's the same family. If not different family, then again, social distancing is not fulfilling. Okay, now to conclude this sharing, so I want to just very importantly to emphasize it, new challenge, new design opportunity, and new business opportunity. I want every designer give a talk on this one. Yeah. Okay. In case you want to keep in touch, you want to follow my social media. This is my social media, Facebook, IG. Yeah. So please add me, Dr. Eric Leong, and then we can chit chat there. All right. Okay. So I know now it's still Hari Raya, so I want to wish all the Muslim friends Selamat Hari Raya. I know this Raya is a bit special. We have social distancing Raya, but just bear in mind, this is a lifetime memory. Yeah. So like maybe many years back, from now, right, then you will think about it. Wow, we are the COVID-19 Raya. Yes. So I hope everybody keeping well. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, that's all for my sharing. So now I will proceed to this Q&A session. All right. So yes, we already actually compile these what we call that the the question actually from the what we call that the previously, because when you do registration, right, you already we already asked you. Okay, but before that, let me do a final poll. All right, under this thing, as a designer, are you ready to apply the new normal rules to your design already? Yes or no? Okay, so then you can send your answer in. While waiting for your answer, let me just to invite our two speaker, Bo and also Mr. Quet, back to our stage here to talk about the question from the floor. Okay, we got 93% from the audience agree. Yes, agree that they already ready. Okay, to apply this new. 8% still thinking. Okay, never mind. You still have a few days before Malaysia so you still have time to think about that. Okay, now back to the Q&A session. Because I think you guys already post this Q&A session at this Q&A box, and also we have received when you do the registration time, and I already compiled all the questions and divide them into a few categories, which is the design related, and also at the same time also these business opportunity related one. So now let me answer those questions from when you all register first. First question, I think, to the designer. So I think Mr. Quay and also Bo, you all can also answer on that. Okay, where you guys as a designer get your inspiration? Okay, so maybe Mr. Quay first, where you get inspiration? I really like your dining and these writing table idea. So where you get inspiration?
To me, it's everywhere. So, and it can be in the toilet also. To be frank, all right.
Actually, I used to get idea from the toilet last time. We are thinking.
Yeah. Or even buffing. So wherever I go, so I will observe. I will feel what I like, and from that feel, it can inspire me to design whatever. So I think the feel is more important than the place.
Yes.
So always try to create a nice feel and to appreciate the nice thing, beautiful things, then we can have a lot of inspiration.
So from here we can see, Mr. Kwek, you already environment very important to you.
Yes.
Must really get the inspired environment, right? How about Bo?
Yes.
I'm slightly different. I'm looking at the opposite side of what Mr. Kwek is looking. I'm looking at things that I don't think is good. I'm looking at the opposite side of the.
So you're from the negative side, yeah?
Yes.
To
So
move
we
that to the
can
positive, very good. Yeah.
always be inspired, and yes, this one we can do it better. And to come up with an inspiration, I think the originality and the authenticity is very important. So we can always come from our surrounding. So what you see by, I'm just sitting here, I'm looking outside at the window. The window grill create a patterns for me. I see it, I feel it, I touch it. And I think from this kind of inspiration, very important terms will be the current trends will be the biophilics. What we see, then we're trying to implement into something else. So I think biophilic is a very interesting term, and if we have a chance, we'll speak more on that.
Yeah, so you can see, Bo is a very designer-oriented one. So he very particular about originality, this and that. Then Mr. Kwek is more to like environment nice one. For me, right, I used to be like Mr. Kwek, that one. So and also like Bo like this, sit like anywhere, look at that. Wow, this is so inspiring. Then I come up with design. So, but from this, like, almost 30 years experience, I always have this problem. I design the things, right? Manufacturer don't want to produce it. Because why? You say no market. So now I change already, I live already, because at this age, I look at the problem first. Yeah. So like just like Bo said, Bo look at the negative thing, like for example, like what is no good, then to improve on that. So I look at the problem, because problem, just like I mentioned already, problem create a lot of opportunity. So then manufacturer actually want to produce the one. So I think that is important. Look at the problem. Then you can get inspiration how to improve that. Or you yourself, you can experience it. Okay, next question, right? I think this one also for both of you. I think more to the Bo one. Very good question. What is the current forces in Malaysia behind the furniture design scene? This is very important because I think a lot of young designer, even the lecturer, right, always feel that like Malaysia furniture design scene like very sad. Nobody like, no force to move, like to push from behind. So Bo, you want to share with us or not?
Yes, from my point of view, there are actually a lot of forces that are actually encouraging on this design industry. And firstly, let's look at our government body. We have MTIB, and just now what I mentioned, the project with OPT and also FIDEX. They all have the initiative to contribute into a design part by providing sustainability and support and on the technology side. And we are also like, MTIB also initiate the Tanggam designer teams. And these are all for Malaysian designer. The PDP programs is also to encourage Malaysian designer. We are working with overseas designers to come out with design. So we learn from each other. Yes. And on the other side will be definitely on MIFF side. MIFF initiate MAD for us to have an entry after our competition. Where should we go? So MAD is an entry for everybody, and you can directly expose to international markets.
Yeah.
And FDC, I think, is a very good study.
Yeah, talk about MIFF, I think is very important. One of the very strong forces behind this furniture design industry in Malaysia. Why I say so? You see, from 13 years ago, we incubate this furniture design competition, right? You are the one of the winner. And also like last year, we also invited, every year we invited one winner and one industrial expertise to share this experience with us, you see. So we are not only like just an ordinary competition organizer. We organize it. We also make sure this winner or the winning design, they have actually a platform to showcase to the world and also possible to manufacturing and to sell it in the market. Yes. So this is one of the very important forces. And also, I believe like people like Bo, this is a very young force. We need this one in the market. We need vibrancy in the market to tell people, young people, not only like the age or these are what we call it, the old manufacturer are able to push the industry, but young people also can. So what is your point of view, Mr. Kwek? Are you
Yes,
also one
of
of
course.
the very, very good force? Yeah.
I think it's very important for me, especially the design, because there are too much competition in this furniture industry.
True.
So, but I can see a lot of improvement within these 5 years
Yes.
from the exhibition. Last time it's like you see one, you see all.
Correct.
And
Same.
I think
Everybody the same.
everybody is saying, all right, and it's good. I think MIFF really put in a lot of efforts
Yes.
to encourage the manufacturers and youngsters to focus on design. And since I think last 5 years, it's very obvious. All the manufacturers, oh, they are looking into designs. Then they have their own design. They work together with the designers. So it was a very good move from MIFF to
Yes.
encourage and to support
Yes.
the industry.
Yes.
And I would like to say thank you to MIFF.
To add on one important point is like, rather than we are showcasing our design, we are actually providing a career advancement and business developments into our design. So we work with manufacturers, very open-minded like Joanne and BSL, Oasis. All these manufacturers are very, very supportive to us, and they develop the market for Malaysian designers.
Yes, I think very important, because you see, just from the sharing, right, you can roughly see like Mr. Kwek is a very open-minded, offer everybody, the young designer, we can talk, we can have your thing. But again, I would like to advise also the young designer, before you approach any of the manufacturer, you also must think about the marketability of your design. Because I just don't want you later on, you become like, you feel disappointed. Why every time I approach, I talk to them, they say, so welcome, I talk, but never accept my design. So it's very important, because you must think about, as a business point of view, whether they produce a design can sell or not. Because to be frank with you, because for my almost 30 years, I talk to people, talk until like I also like something like what you are getting, I don't talk. But why? Because for manufacturer to come out the new design, the mold, the production line, invest a lot of money. If they say it's not selling, so it's not worth it for them to really invest. And we also know that the business are quite bad.
Yeah, and one thing, I think that's the key. I agree with you, Dr. Eric.
Yeah, thank you.
To the designers, to design a stylish solution.
Yes.
So the solution is very important, as what Dr. Eric mentioned just now. So actually, we are selling the solution to the end user. Okay. So the solution can be very very stylish, in good design. So I'm sure this thing can be selling well, right?
Yes. Okay. Due to the time, we only let 2 more questions. So I've select from the business related one. Okay. Got this one I think very nice. It will help. Okay. How a traditional wooden manufacturer can transform their business to more current, related to the current. I think this one, Mr. Kwek, you need to help, because you are successfully transform your business from a traditional one to a very modern one. So probably you want to share this one.
Okay. Importantly, I think it's either traditional or modern manufacturers. We must know who are our target audience.
Customer.
Right?
Who will buy?
Who will buy? And we are selling to the young people, or we are selling to the kids, or we are selling to the elderly. Okay, this is the target audience. All right. And we must know what they like. What they like. It's very important. So as long as we know where we stand and our target audience, I'm sure we can design something that attract them. So I think this is the direction that we have to look into. It's either traditional or modern manufacturer.
Yes, true. Because I think importantly is like, I always say, as a good businessman or as a good entrepreneurship, you must able to change according to time and the needs of the market. Because if they say you still, I understand, I truly understand, because I've been dealing with a lot of China manufacturer. I truly understand how difficult for you to change your production line. But remember, if you don't change it, you keep on doing the same thing, the market will tell you, sorry, this is not what we want. Yeah, I think very important. Okay,
I think,
now last question. Yes, Bo, you got anything to say or not?
the main key for just now to convert a traditional into a more modern one. I think the key words is sharing resources. What is traditional doing is sometimes very valuable, and the modern industry or the manufacturer, they cannot compete with the traditional. So what they can do is in this era is about sharing the resources and work together. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I think I want to add on this one. This is a very, very important part because today we are mainly targeted on the designer. So I will share it in the other webinar with MIFF on this manufacturer side. Sharing resources is very important because at this era and also at this uncertainty era, right? Try all the businesses, try not to invest too much on not your expertise. What I try to say that, like, for example, if a manufacturer focusing on producing furniture, if you are a designer focusing on designing, don't think too much. Okay, I want to open a factory now, or you want to do this and that. Leave it down. Like, for example, do a manufacturer leave the design to the designer? So let's share the resources. We have the platform, very good platform like MIFF, okay, like MAD. It's a good platform to share the resources. If they say you're a manufacturer, you're idea, don't know what to design, what to produce, look for those platform sharing one, then you can talk. Sharing resources is a very, very good idea, this and that. Okay, now, last question. I think I want to, this one is a very important because this is the first question I saw it when the email in. Okay, a jobless industrial designer actually asking for help because they say, at this era, a lot of people do retrenchment, then limited these job vacancy available. What he or she can do? Any advice from both speakers? Mr. Quek first. Since this is the boss, Okay.
Okay, of course.
Jobless,
He or she are welcome to contact me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And of course, I'd like to know, okay, what is the breakdown? And I will share what are the possibilities. What are the possibilities? What she or he can do and create. Because to me, of course, at this moment, a lot of people might face jobless. But at the same time, it's a turning point to them. It's a good opportunity for you to do it your own, either freelance, or you have very powerful skill that we can work together. We can cross over. Show me your strength. You're always welcome. All right?
Good. Okay, Bo?
Okay, jobless. Okay, I hire myself if I'm jobless.
Wow, look at that. Another entrepreneur, another boss.
Okay, a good point is here, if you want to look for a designer job, you got to prove yourself that because we are receiving a lot of resumes and looking for training, internships, or fresh grades, especially for this category, they will go jobless. Because what they send us is what they are doing, their skill set, drawings. What we want to see is not someone's who can just draw. We want to look at your critical thinking. How do you provide the design solution for us? So if I hire you, I don't need you to come in and draw for me, and I guarantee you will also leave me very fast. If you just come in, I give you so many drawings and draw. We want to see you to expose yourself to a lot of potential design, creation, and things. These are the things that will keep you still stay passionate in design field. Yeah.
I think I want to emphasize on both the point here is that because I think nowadays the bosses actually look at the possibility, the flexibility, how could you contribute to the organization rather than you just looking for a job vacancy. I want to share with you because the other question is related to this one, how to get job, this and that, right? So I want to just share with you, my mentor, Karim Rashid, you know, before he get famous, right, he every day practice draw, build your portfolio, build his portfolio. And those days, imagine those days don't have email, don't have social media, right? He faxed the design to the manufacturer until one day people want his design, then he become famous. So it's nothing, no fame one. Like what I did, exactly follow him. I design, I built my portfolio. just wait for the opportunity, because like last time we cannot create opportunity. Now so many things can create. So I think you build your portfolio strong. If they say you cannot look for the bosses that's so good like Mr. Quet like that, offer you a vacancy, then you can become bold like that, become your own boss.
Yes,
But
always have your personal developments and you
Yes.
sell yourself.
Yes.
I sell when I fresh grade, I sell myself at 5,000. I
So
sell
that is
myself
the
at
market
5,000.
positioning. So that is very important.
Got it.
Now, even though it's the last question, but I think this one, I want to pick up this question from your Q&A chat box here. From Kunto, from Chiang Mai, one of our judge for the MIFF FDC. Okay, I think this is a very good question I want to say, because Kunto was asking, right, in this COVID-19, because the spread speed is different around the world. Some country already recovering, like from China, like already recovering. Some countries still in the spread out, still locked down, this and that. So how we are going to make sure everything is smooth, business is running smoothly, this and that. I think, yes, your keyword is uncertainty. For me, right, from my experience, I've been sharing in many these webinars during this period. Always look at those countries already recovered what they did. Then you can follow that. And also always look at the business news, not only design sources. Then you can see roughly how they can do. Like a good example, how China reopened their market, like how they prevent it, how Taiwan managed to prevent this coronavirus to spread in their country. How Singapore used to be one of the good practice and later on spread widely, and then like now they're under control already. How Malaysia used to be the highest country have this COVID-19 case, but now it's been reducing dramatically. So study all this, how people do it, then we can conclude how we can do it better. Yeah, so this is my point of view. I think this is a good question, so that I to answer this. Okay, due to time constraint, because we still got a few agenda to go on. So let me thank you very much, Mr. Claire, and also Bo, for your sharing today. So I hope everybody
Thank you, Eric Leong.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you, Bo.
Now we want to proceed to the next agenda already. Our best stage, I want to confirm already, yes, this is the moment we are waiting for. I want to announce these, what we call that, our result for these FDC 2020. At first, I was so looking forward for 2020, Wawasan 2020 for Malaysia, these Vision 2020, but we have a new experience anyway. I'm excited on that. All right, so today we are going to announce the result. We have these category, the Best Institution Award, Best Mentor Award, and also the top 3 prizes for these furniture design competition winners. So I hope everybody now backstage can enable everybody's mic on so that everybody can cheer for their team. Okay, so now let's announce, okay, the Best Institution Award. Okay, so we have a slide. Okay, just how all these are what we call that, the mention. Before this one, I would like to highlight, sorry, I missed out this key already. Okay, next year, 2021, the design team for our Malaysia International Furniture Fair 2021 Furniture Design Competition is the design for the new normal. I want you guys to take some key point from today's webinar and apply it to your design and send your entry in. The entry submission date is 28th of October this year, 2020. As long as you are below 40, you are eligible to actually submit your design in. We will be actually announcing the detail in our website. And also, lecturer, no, don't worry. We were having a webinar brief also to all the institutions as well to tell you the detail on that. Okay, so yeah, last year, I mean like 2020, these competition we've been receiving a lot of these are very good, what we call that, these entry, and like later on I will elaborate more on our panel of judges, their comments on that. So now let's go for the prize giving ceremony. Okay, now the winners for the first one. Okay, the Best Institution Award. Okay, this award, right, we are specially award to those institutions who actually submitted quality entry. Because I think important, we are not looking at quantity, we are looking at quality. Quality entry meaning like, you know, the design quality sending in, the competition entry sending in, all the panel judges actually agree on that. Our panel judges, I believe you guys already know, is from all over the world. We have that. Everybody giving their what we call that, their comments on that. Okay, so are you guys ready for the Best Institution Award? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hand together. Congratulations to Southern University College from Johor. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, been sending so many quality one, because I think from the shortlisting we are talking to these students and also the mentor also around. So we find that they already did a good job. Congratulations to Southern University College from Johor side. All right, next category, Best Mentor. Oh, okay, this year we make it very special because like we invite the mentor to coming in together with the finalists to do the presentation. Yes, even though not many mentors actually are answering the question, but I want to stress this point. Do you know that with the mentor actually there, give a very good moral support to our finalists? They are really doing much more better. They really can to present them with the confidence, because the previous year, right, we can see a lot of like finalists, when they present the time, they really like shaky, you know, their hands are very shaky, but this year doing very well. So thank you for all the mentors, all the lecturers to really contribute this a very important support to all the students, all the participants. So are you guys ready? Best mentor. Congratulations to Encik Abu Bakar bin Abdul Aziz from UiTM Melaka, Alor Gajah. Congratulations. Thank you. And also like, I want to congratulate, because the rest of the mentor, you guys are the best as well. But it's just like, you know, from this panel of judges, we feel that like, you know, the quality and also the advice guided to the students are very, very great. So congratulations, Encik Abu Bakar. All right, next category. Are you guys ready? All the participants for the MIFF FDC 2020 third prize. I'm so nervous at that. Okay. Third prize going to the design called Scoot Bench. Congratulations to Danish Harun, okay, from UiTM Melaka, Alor Gajah campus as well. I tell you, the moment I see this picture, right, I really goosebumps. Because why? It's such a simple design, right? Simple design, yet is like, you know, like all kind of like fun, and the features are there to be in. But I really like the color combination, everything. So yes, so this is the third prize. Congratulations to Danish Harun. Great job. So I hope next year to see you again with much more simpler, sleek, and also good for this new normal one. Okay, guys, are you ready for the second prize? Okay, second prize goes to this design called Amigo. Congratulations to Lim Joey from the One Academy. Congratulations. Yes, this is a very flexible design. The judges love it very much because it can become a kids furniture, and it also can become adult furniture to use it for the laptop. They use it for all kind of purposes, and like it's safe for the kids, even though we are designing for the kids wonderland. So congratulations to Joey. All right. Ta-da, everybody. I'm doing my own music effect. Okay, first prize. Congratulations to the design. Okay, the name called Kibins. Congratulations to Toro Tan from University of Putra, Malaysia. Congratulations. Yes, all the judges of panel, right, we really love this design because like we find it's very fun, very flexible. It can be used for the kids for almost old ages. So the kids can actually, the parents can buy it already, and after they can use it for quite a long period of time. So congratulations to Torotan. These are wonderful called Kibins. All right, so that's all for the prize giving celebration, and congratulations to all the winners. If you are not the winner, don't worry, we still got many chances. So come to submit your design to us for this MIFF FDC 2021. So design for the new normals, design for the new COVID era. All right, don't forget the submission date is 28th of October 2020. Okay, that's it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this webinar. It's been fun because I think this is the first ever webinar we do it for all these institutions, and I believe this year we have more people are able to join us because this is online, so everybody no need to fly over to the Kuala Lumpur to attend this one. So last but not least, I would like to thank you once again, Mr. Kwe, and also Bo, for the sharing and for your time. And also thank you so much for this MIFF team for the supporting at the back end here to control all these paneling. And also thank you so much for you guys to attend. All right, so I will pass this stage back to our MC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Eric. Thank you to all our speakers. Thank you for your insightful sharing. That was very wonderful. And thank you for attendees for participating in our Q&A. So once again, we would like to congratulate to all our winners at winning this year's MIFF Furniture Design Competition. Before you leave, don't forget to register for our upcoming webinar. Also by Dr. Eric, the title is Reopen Your Business with O2O version 2. It will be on the 23rd of June, 2020. You may find the registration link at the chat box. Lastly, we would like to invite you to join our community and follow us on our social medias. A recorded version of today's webinar will also be available and sent to your email soon. So you feel free to share to those that you feel that you know will benefit from this webinar. This is the end of today's webinar. Thank you everyone for tuning in and hope you enjoyed today's session. We will see you again next time.